that office, when they bring you to the height of acclamation within the judicial process, you must sign an oath. You must sort of like hold the Bible or the Quran or anything and make a declaration. You must actually have it in you to want to protect the public. If you then set up your own chamber and it's actually thought that is a private practice, you still have to uphold the law. You cannot sort of like go out there and be doing or engaging with people, creating godfatherism and all this aspect, and bringing the entire justice to disrepute, engaging with people, kill people and let them be killed and let there not be justice. Collude with people on the street doing cultism. And then we have a son in the background doing underground work, allowing criminals to get away with crime. That's where, when VDM came out and he did what he had today, he's a nobleman and I like him. And he said it. If VDM wants to be a billionaire today, would have been a billionaire already. It would have literally sort of like compromised themselves, allowed themselves to be bribed, allowed themselves to be dragged into the underground. But he decided not to do so. And if we want justice, and we look at the son, we look at Falano and Falano, we look at how they've conducted themselves, the father, the son, and the daughter. If these are the people that we have to worship, and we have to read the Bible, and these are our gods, do you not think we are doomed? We are doomed. How many sons are involved in our country in this criminal process? In an entity where a common man can go to jail. Bobrisky, who is your godfather, can go and lodge in a hotel somewhere, in some kind of apartment somewhere. Why is Bobrisky different from VDM? VDM went to jail, whether it's Panty or wherever they locked him up. Various other people with other causes, politicians and activists, will go to prison. They will give them a prison tag. They will give them a mugshot. Where is Bobrisky's prison tag? Where is Bobrisky's mugshot? And if Falano's name is mentioned in this, it's the same thing. When you mention Joseph Aloba, they will say they will come for you. Who are you coming for? If Falano cannot even come out within 24 hours of his name being dragged through the mud to come and put things right up till today, what does that tell you about his office being compromised? What does that tell you? For the foundation is built, for the reputation is built, his children, files, and the girl, and they are all coming out. And then House of Rep or wherever it is, they took VDM. Look at VDM's performance. Who has something to hide? Bobrisky, did he turn up? No. These are the things that are wrong in our society today. And luckily for us, as members of the public, we have an opportunity. Let's not waste our time donating money to GoFundMe, donating money to Wema Bank and Access Bank. There is no longer a need for an inquest, is what is going to happen eventually. So if Joseph Aloba and his lawyers don't have any justice they are fighting, and the public have decided to take the gauntlet and actually hit the war zone head on, if that is the case, why don't the public now think? There are people trying to do things. They will mention Supreme. They will mention Susie for Justice. They will mention various other people that have been instrumental in making sure that we are making it make sense. Making it make sense. When we talk intellectually, intelligently, it means that we are doing the findings. It means we understand the legal process. It means we understand how they wanted to pull a wool over our eyes. And we are in a process right now that we take it to wherever we want to take it. Let's wipe the slate clean. It is not too late. There may be a non-conclusion in the aspect of the findings, whether you do toxicology or you do, forget about that. There is criminality in this whole process. This guy was killed unjustly. His life was taken prematurely. There is a lot of criminality in the process. Let's chase after the criminal. Let's get everybody that's been interviewed before to come and resubmit a new statement. Let's get Mr. Aloba to be the first person to put his hand to his chest, bang it like a gorilla, and actually say to the police, I now want to tell the truth. And he then goes there, put his statement. Abosede goes in there, put a statement. Darosha goes there, and everybody will now rewrite that statement. And then it will not be a matter of someone being a suspect, few people being suspect, and the other being witnesses. They will all be suspects. From the inception, the entire member of that family, everybody living in that house, everybody that turned up at the show, everyone that is involved in this show becomes a suspect. Let everybody now read. Let's Smith and Bankole go in there. Get that request in there. Let's have a criminal investigation going. But then let the public work alongside themselves. Look for the right place to put this money. Yomi has come to do his own thing. We decided to give him the chance, benefit of the doubt. When you know someone is going to disappoint you, at the end of the day, sometimes you need to loan that person enough rope to hang themselves. Maybe Yomi is hung himself right now, or maybe he's run away. Maybe he can redeem himself. But that is another distraction in the whole process where we need to forget about foundation now. Anyone who has their own foundation now should work on their own. Work on your own if you have a foundation. And don't come to the public to come and ask for anything. Do your own foundation. Get your board of trustees. Do what you like with your own foundation. Enough is enough right now when people come up with a foundation with a view to make money for themselves, to make popularity for themselves, to kind of get all sorts of gratification out of it from a personal point of view. If you have a foundation, you are on your own from now on. I think we need to stop this foundation aspect of things and stop this distraction. Come together as members of public. That money that you guys want to donate profusely, I can donate it profusely too. But let's put it in on a just course. Let's come together. Let's loan ourselves medulla oblongata. Let's loan ourselves brain. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's actually look at appropriation. Appropriation actually means there are procedural ways of doing things. Let's not even compare Nigeria to America or any other Western world. Our judicial system has a judicial process. If we, the public, can take our time and read up on it, Google it, and engage with lawyers and understand it, we can represent ourselves in court. We can challenge the system directly. We don't need any foundation. We don't need any Baba Mohbad. We don't need any SAN. We don't need any lawyer. When the public come together and public needs a SAN, then we get a SAN. When the public comes together, we need any lawyers of any ramification, criminal lawyer, whatever it is. It is high time we actually stopped. And people who want to set up their own platform and engineer aspect of donating money and making money, let's leave them to it. Let's the people with similar minds come together. Let's stop talking about them. Let's engage with the public, and the public will be divided, and there will be a percentage of people that will understand. When it's time to do things right, there will be places when people are talking about it, but action is now in force. The Supreme is working. Justice for Susie for Justice is working in the background. Aristocrat is working. Amen is working. We are all working together, and we will get somewhere without the involvement of any foundation. Why don't this foundation come together? There's nothing stopping foundations coming together, engaging together. If they believe they have a power that is foundation-based, let the foundations come together and work together and leave the public to it, rather than actually using that process to engineer more like cheap popularity for themselves. Enough is enough. We should not sit down on platform and be listening and be talking about foundation. It's not going to get us anywhere. People are going to start fighting. Who is going to be the CEO? Who's going to be the treasurer? Who's going to be the general secretary? This and that. We've seen that before. We've seen that before from the inception of this process. They all, what's it called to do with they call themselves the legal team. People come in on this platform to come and talk. Legal team, they're all over the place. Even on this side, Susie for Justice, Supreme can be part of the previous legal team, even though they are not part of the team. But the public can still see them as part of the process, because when these people are talking, they are talking as if they've been together before, because they've been together before. You see, it hasn't worked. It's not going to work. Let's loan ourselves that common sense and come together as members of the public. This is an opportunity now for the public to get a petition in, to get their signatures in, to get put their money where their mouth is, and actually really, you mean justice? Come on, do the right thing, follow the appropriate process, and we are beginning to engineer a process, and we hope that the public will listen, will actually kind of listen to understand. When they understand, and then they digest that information, when you assimilate that information, to be honest, common sense will start creeping into this process. And perhaps in the next week, it can take a week for us to get somewhere, for us to now start seeing proper development, to actually know if you have a foundation, I will say up your ass. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Adenike, are you available?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sis.
Good morning, everybody. Supreme, the IT guy, Precious Jack. Sister Lizzie, good morning. Oh, good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Posh
sister.
girls, good morning. I don't have much to say because I've asked you some questions last night because I was confused. I was at work when everything was happening on Monday and Tuesday. But I think with the answer you gave me last night, I'm okay now. So I'm just listening and learning because I don't even know what to do. I just want to know what is the next thing for us to do now so that I can prepare myself and I can tell my own followers as well on my own page, on my own space.
Yeah, the next